It's a little after 9:30, and it's at this point on Wednesdays that we present Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. He answers questions largely asked by you, questions about the law. Can be very confusing to us lay people, can't it? Well, he makes things a lot easier to understand, so let's see if we can't get an answer to today's question. Maybe it's the one that you sent in. We'll find out here momentarily at Kicks Country 92.9. First, though, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this beautiful morning?
Excellent. Nice looking day, huh?
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Couldn't ask for better, and it's not gotten that really, really hot yet, so we're really enjoying it. I know you love the weather, but you also love answering questions about the law. You've been very good about doing that for over a decade now, as a matter of fact, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, I love helping our listeners.
You do. You love helping. You love helping us understand. And today, we're going to need all of your compassion. A very, very tragic and sad situation. But I know you'll be able to shed a little light. Are you ready?
I am ready, Todd.
Okay, here's what our email says today. My wife was killed in an auto accident. Just my heart's breaking at this point. The at-fault driver only had $25,000 of bodily injury liability insurance. I later learned that the at-fault was en route to pick up a customer as an Uber driver. Can we do anything besides collecting the driver's small insurance policy limits? Unfortunately, this is not the first time you've dealt with an untimely death, and it's also not the first time you've dealt with an Uber question. So please walk us through this.
Well, first of all, my sympathies goes out. There's nothing worse than losing a spouse.
Right.
But apparently, this person is going to be in luck as far as making a recovery is concerned. And the reason for that is once you clock on as an Uber driver, in other words, once you signal that you're en route to pick someone up, you're on the clock for Uber.
Okay.
And then their insurance kicks in.
Oh.
So Uber carries $1 million of insurance to protect people, and that person would be entitled to recover up to their $1 million policy.
Oh. Okay, so even though the driver wasn't carrying a passenger technically, but was en route to pick up a passenger, that would count as being on duty.
As soon as he clocks on Uber, then Uber picks up with their insurance.
Well, one good thing about today's technology is with all the communication that goes back and forth on the internet between Uber driver, Uber Central, passenger to be, that kind of thing, it'd be easy to prove whether they were on the clock or not.
Exactly. Yeah, you could prove that easily. And again, fortunately, he was on the clock, so that poor husband that lost his wife will be able to make a recovery. And that's a great example why you need to call an experienced personal injury attorney
right
as soon as you face, a catastrophe like that, because they'll tell you there's $25,000. He could have signed a release, and that would have been the end of it.
Right. And I think from what I know over a decade of conversations, you and I, he would be entitled, or he should be entitled to much more than that because of the loss of his wife. There's all kinds of things that play into losing your partner as far as an award judgment, right?
Yes, there are. The pain and suffering of the loss and, loss of accumulations. And, there's just a number of damages that they're able to recover.
Tell you what, it's not about the money when it comes to something this tragic, because there's no amount that can replace what he has lost. That is for sure. But that said, there is responsibility here, and it's time that we have a legal professional dig into this and make sure that the responsible party does right. There's justice.
Well, thank you for letting me answer this very interesting question.
Yeah, another one that's back to law school for you, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Bruce, thank you so much for your time as always. I'm already looking forward to next week's question and talking to you next Wednesday.
So am I. Thanks a lot, Todd.
All right, have a good week. Say hi to everybody and take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And the answer to this week's question, just a gut punch, to hear it, much less I can't imagine what he's going through. Now, if you have a question about the law, we encourage you to submit that question to Bruce L. Scheiner. And all you have to do is go to our website and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. It'll take you to where you need to go. If you are in a legal situation, certainly something, this would be an extreme example, obviously, but if you're in any kind of a legal situation where there's injury or loss of life, just bypass what I just said. I mean, it's nice to have had this question to be able to answer and hopefully help, but I think better to call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner at 941-743-7777 and get somebody working on it right away. 941-743-7777 and tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.